Hey there, it's Mark from Men Who Bullet. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Men Who Bullet. So for today's video, we're going to go with a horizontal layout here, and the inspiration from this actually came from something I've been fooling around with on my spare time, which is working inside of a digital bullet journal. Now, the one thing I want to make sure to always do with this account or my Instagram account is to show how this can work either way. So as you can see here, I've created this spread inside of the GoodNotes app, and I've used Procreate to create some of these extra elements on here. But what I want to do today is show how I could take this concept and also use it inside of a bullet journal, traditional style. So for materials, first thing you need is just a pencil. This is just to kind of outline yourself before you start drawing. The other thing that we're going to use today is something I haven't used before in a video, but it's the Spectrum Noir markers. They're alcohol-based markers. They're going to bleed right through this paper, but it's going to look pretty cool. And the colors I'm going to go with are this blue as well as this blue-gray for some of the darker outlines that we saw inside of the digital one. So using our pencil, we're going to start to mark out the spaces that we're going to need for this. So I'm going to need 2 rows, top and bottom, and we're going to be doing Monday through Friday plus a weekend. So for my spacing, starting from the left-hand side, we're going to create 9 spaces, create 3 in between them, 9, 3 spaces, 9 for the boxes, and then 3 more, and then off to the side is where we're going to do our to-dos. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and take this light blue marker here, and I'm just going to color in these spaces. Now, if you didn't want to do this, you could also just use a black outline, whatever style you want to do. I just wanted to use these markers since I haven't used them in a while. What's really important is that when you lay these down, you put something underneath. So as you can see, because it's alcohol-based and this paper is kind of thin, it just bleeds right through. So just taking a heavy piece of cardstock or something, just place it underneath if you're going to go with this style. If not, you'll be pretty good. I'm just doing this really loose. Again, depending on your style and how you want your page to turn out, it's completely up to you and you can take your time. But since what's most important here is the foundation and kind of the grid that we're using, what's cool about it is you can fit any kind of design style in there that you want. So next we're going to take this blue-gray and we're going to use this for our titles, Monday through Friday, as well as a weekend, and then our to-dos on the right-hand side. What I'm also going to do with this is create a really cool pattern on the outside. Now in the digital journal you saw I had like a texture underneath. You can do the same thing here, again just using a thick piece of cardstock with these types of markers and just real loose, just trying to create some extra texture around here with some colors around the edges. I'm going to do this for all of these just to kind of create a really cool feel and a cool look. But again, whatever style you like to do, totally up to you. It's all about the foundation here. Now taking this dark blue-gray, we're going to start to fill out the headers for all of these different spaces. So the first one over here on the right-hand side is where we're going to put our running to-do list. It's something that I really like. I like to have a lot of this open space as notes are coming in or spare things are coming in throughout the week. And then what I'm going to do for the rest of these squares is just put some bullets in here. These are going to be spaces if I already have something that I know I want to schedule for that day. I do that a lot with my bullet journal. Or if you want, keep them open. You can add new things, add events, or move things from your regular to-do list and then schedule them for any other day during the week. Now for each of these days of the week, I'm just going to letter in the first letter of the day. Because this is a really open layout, you could spell it out if you want. You can use stencils or stickers. It's completely up to you. Again, if you're going to go this route, though, just make sure you do put an extra piece of paper underneath, especially if you're using markers like these. They'll bleed right through. Now, if you don't want to go through with all this color and add the texture and you want to keep this very minimalistic, just know you can just follow this exact same thing and you can just create small outlines instead. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we had originally inside of the iPad and how it looks here on the page. So the foundation is the same. We used the same general grid layout here to get what we wanted. We just used a different medium to create these. So whether you're creating something inside of a digital journal or if you're doing it on paper, the foundation is the same, so you should have a very, very similar result. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram if you don't, at Men Who Bullet, for more pictures and ideas and great conversation. Take it easy.